Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo. Shri Krishna Guruve Gauda Chandra Radhika Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo. Sinanananam Bande Radhika Charanadayam Gopijana Samayuktam Brindavanam Bhajami Radham Aravindanetram Smarami Radham Madhurasmitasyam Vadami Radham Purana Badaram Tato Manoyastikatena Kapi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Ramo Hare. So first of all, offer pranams to our Gurudev, Om Vishnu Padre Swami Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj, our Rupanuga Guru Parampara, all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, Hare Krishna. So electricity just went, so it's a little dark. So we are continuing our Brhad Bhagavatamrita part 1, end of chapter 6. You may recall that Narad Muni was seeking for the topmost recipient of the mercy of Sri Krishna. So he went from one devotee to another. Finally he came to the Yadavas. The Yadavas said, no, Krishna is sometimes with us, but Uddhava always with him. Uddhava is like his shadow, and Krishna said Uddhava is like his own self. So when Narad Muni went to Uddhava and glorified what Uddhava according to what he had heard from the Yadavas, Uddhava that time remembered the mercy of the gopis and began to weep. And while this was going on, Krishna was inside the room but not coming out because he was depressed in remembrance of the Brijbasis. So that time Rohini also chastised Krishna. Baladev also chastised. And when Krishna came out, that time he also so much weeping. What should I do? Krishna asked Uddhava. No? So Uddhava explained what the Brijbasis want, and when Krishna manifested so much feelings towards the Brijbasis, that time other devotees, like especially Devaki and others, they also become fearful. Maybe now our Satyabhama, Rukmini also. Maybe now Krishna feels so much separation, he will leave Dwarka and go to Vrindavan. So many moods, and this churned in the heart of everyone, in the heart of Krishna, the heart of Uddhava, the heart of Rohini and Balaram, the heart of the queens of Dwarka like Satyabhama, Rukmini. So that time Krishna expressed, what should I do, Uddhava? That time even Krishna began to write one letter. That time Uddhava's heart broke. No, Krishna, they don't want anything else but you. And Uddhava reminded Krishna when Nanda Baba took Krishna and Balaram, when he took them to Mathura. There in Mathura they performed many pastimes like breaking the sacrificial bow of Shiva. killing Chananamustik, killing many other demons, killing Kams and his 7 brothers. That time Nanda Baba, after this had finished, Nanda Baba was waiting at the gates of Mathura 3 days, but still Krishna and Balaram had not left. This was the last Katha Gurudev spoke in Mathura. So I remember after this Katha, that time Gurudev's health was perfect. That time Didi said, after hearing this Katha, now Gurudev, not stay in this world anymore, because by Katha he indicated he's also disappearance from this world. But after 3 days and 3 nights, with great difficulty, Krishna and Balaram came to Nanda Baba, because that time Nanda Baba asked, what do you want to do? I cannot say come back to Vrindavan, because the heart of Devaki and Vasudeva will break. Also many demons here. So Guru Maharaj described that taking off their ornaments, Krishna and Balaram gave big bag of ornaments to Nanda Baba. And in one prakosh, one section of the pastime, like one house have many rooms, Krishna's lila have many prakoshas, many pastimes going on simultaneously. Just like what I'm doing now in one room, but I don't know what's going on in the other room. In the same way, one prakosh don't know what's happening in another prakosh. This way, devotee Bhagavan can taste many things. So in one prakosh, Nanda Baba left without Krishna and Balaram and went back to Mathura. So Nanda Baba had thought these all ornaments of Krishna and Balaram like one gift of affection, but when he showed this to the Brijbasis became very angry with Nanda Baba. Oh, you sold Krishna and Balaram, Gurudev would say. You sold Krishna and Balaram. You think we can be happy by these things? So Nanda Baba considered himself to be a great offender. 3 days he thought very carefully, then he expressed, no, Krishna and Balaram have sent this out of affection. Don't think, no, I sold them. So Brijbasi's mind changed. They ornamented themselves with these things. They thought when Krishna and Balaram return and they see us wearing these ornaments, they'll know we have been loyal to them. So when Krishna asked Uddhav, what should I give the Brijbasis that time? Krishna wanted to write one letter. Maybe Krishna wanted to send some ornaments. That time Uddhav said, no. The Brijbasis not want your things, Krishna. They are not interested in anything in this world, or the next world, or liberation, or Vaikuntha. Na Raja Rajeswarata Vibhuti, na Divya Vastuni Chata Bhavataha, na Kamayanti Anya Adipya Kinshit Amutra Chapraptam Vritti Bhavantam. Would have said, oh Krishna, the Brijbasis do not want to become king of this world or king of any other celestial planets. They do not desire the heavenly planets. They do not desire any wealth in this world or the next. They only desire you. So, would have then told the story. Remember when you sent the jewels back with Nanda Baba? And he repeated that history, so the Brijbasi is not interested in anything without Krishna. Just like we hear, Chintamani Prakara Sadmasa Kalpabriksu, Laksaritasa Surabhi Abhipalayantim Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambram Sevyamanam Govindamari Purusham Tamaham Bhajam. We hear that Vrindavan is made of wish-fulfilling dust. The trees are all kalpabrikshas. And Krishna is served by millions and millions of Lakshmis. The trees are all wish-fulfilling trees, but without Krishna, all that opulence, not give one drop of happiness to Krishna and the Brijbasis. So, the Brijbasis, what to speak of wanting something from Krishna and separation from Krishna, even they stop eating. They stop drinking. They stop taking bath. They stop even caring to desire to maintain their lives. How much they have affection for Krishna. Not like us, we are very happy without Krishna. We have eating, we have sleeping, we have children, we have many things. Krishna is not here, is no big problem for us. But they cannot live 1 second without him. No? So then Krishna thought, I'll write one letter. No? So he began to write, "O dear Brijbasis, please consider that I have all but returned to Braj. Just some work I have to finish here. And I am now giving assurance to my friends and brothers here that soon I will go to Vrindavan." Understanding that Krishna was going to send another letter to Braj, then Uddhav could not maintain himself. He began to weep. Because Krishna had sent one message to Uddhav, that is Uddhav's Sandesh. There Krishna gave many instructions to the gopis. Yatha mahanti bhuteni bhutu avichestua no pravishtani apravishtani datata shirteshua. Oh gopis, I am everywhere. Like the elements of earth, water, fire, air and ether are in this body, but these elements are also outside the body. In the same way I am present inside and outside of everything, therefore why you are feeling separation from me? If you meditate, you will feel my presence. So when Uddhav gave that message to the gopis, gopis not became happy at all. No. They replied, Yogeshwara, oh Yogeshwara Krishna, why you give us so much instructions on yoga and meditation? We are not yogis who are satisfied simply by meditating on you. No. We want to directly serve your lotus feet. So your instructions you give to someone else, no need to give your instructions to us. Just like if you meditate on a lotus, you cannot smell the fragrance, you cannot feel its softness. So the gopis in the same way replied, let those who have never directly served your lotus feet, let them be happy by meditation. But we are not happy. Those same lotus feet which you say to keep in our minds, we want to keep those same lotus feet upon our chests and directly serve them. So, in one way the gopis abused Uddhav when he gave his message. So when Krishna began to give another message that time, Uddhav could not maintain his patience. He began to weep. That time Uddhav said, oh Krishna, if you do not come to Vrindavan, the Brijbasis will not maintain their lives. They have no desire for any other object apart from you. So that time Kamsa's mother, Padmavati. Remember last time we spoke about her. Kamsa was so much wicked and she is of a similar nature. So when Padmavati heard this conversation of prema, then she has no prema, what she will understand. The same way, unless one has prema, how one can properly understand the Srimad Bhagavatam? That is not possible. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Sarup Sri Bhagavat. This Bhagavatam is the Paramahamsa Samhitam. It's for the liberated souls. So you are not liberated, how you will understand the Bhagavatam? Many people like to just read commentaries or go this person, that person, but you will not get the real meaning, you will not get the feelings. To get the feelings of Bhagavatam, we have to hear from someone who is tasting, realizing. So, in the same way, Padmavati hearing all this conversation between Krishna, Rohini, Balaram, but she is not devotee, therefore what she understand in her own way? So she, laughing, Padmavati shook her head, began to laugh. Ha ha, Devaki, you are very stupid, very foolish. Ha ha ha. Now I understand everything. Now I understand everything. Uddhav stayed 6 months. Many days Uddhav stayed in Vrindavan. 6 months. And the Brijbasis captured him by giving him so much milk and cream and butter. And now Krishna is not there to take the cows grazing. Then all the cows have become very thin and weak, and no one's drinking, no one's eating, everyone's about to give up their life. Therefore they want Krishna to come back to Vrindavan and take the animals back to graze in the thorny forest, which is full of dangerous animals like tigers and snakes. So, when Rohini heard that, she could not tolerate. Before, she tolerated. But when she heard this from Padmavati, she did not tolerate anymore. So she said, Mother of Kamsa, can the Brijbasis, do they just want to appoint Krishna as the cow manager? Without Krishna, they cannot even maintain their lives. What to speak of wanting Krishna to do something for? Just remember that when the friends play and Krishna goes behind a tree for a second, that time the friends of Krishna, the Sakhas, feel like they give up their life. And they weep, oh Krishna, where are you? Please come and give us darshan. Krishna just goes behind a tree for a second, they feel like this. Without the darshan of Krishna, one day seems to be like one night of cosmic devastation. This is high stage of anurag. Like when the eyes blink, that is called nimishena. Nimish means 1/11th of a second. So nimishena. So in Shikshastakam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also prayed like that. Oh Govinda, without your darshan, Govinda Vedahiname, oh Krishna, without your darshan, 1 second seems like millions of years. And which millions of years? Like at the end of the creation, at the end of Brahma, or at the end of every day also of Brahma, there's a destruction of the universe up to Brahma Loka, I think, at the end of every day. So that night of dissolution, how much you can imagine how long, how many billions of years. So for the Brijbasi, 1 second without Krishna is like that. So much suffering. Guru Maharaj would say, no? If you take all the misery of this world and multiply it millions of times, that is not even equal to 1 drop of suffering the Brijbasis feel in separation from Krishna. How much they love him. So, at that time when Krishna disappears, they feel 1 second to be millions of years. And with so much eagerness they wait when that day seems very long, when that sun will set and Krishna will return from cow grazing. The time when Krishna plays his flute, they become mad, in ecstasy. So in fact, Krishna does not go for grazing cows. He goes on some excuse to do pastimes with the cowherd boys and Balaram, as well as the gopis. That Vrindavan is not thorny and terrible, like Padmavati described. And here Rohini now describes the sweetness of Vrindavan. Why? That Vrindavan gives so much pleasure to the senses of Krishna. When Krishna sees Vrindavan, he feels very happy also. In Vrindavan, I think Rohini is speaking. Yes, Rohini is speaking. There are many ponds, and the waters of the ponds are very fragrant because there are thousands of lilies and lotuses. When the breeze shakes those lotuses and lilies, then their pollen goes on the water. That water is very fragrant, very sweet. As well, there are thousands of bumblebees and so many birds on the bank. Like we sing in Mangalati, Kusumita Sarobhare, Kusumita Sarovar. In the early morning, Kamala Hilola. That breeze touches the so many Kamals, lotus. And Hilola means those lotuses swing in the breeze. Then so much fragrance comes, intoxicating everyone. So, as well, there is so much nice sound of so many birds, the Pikaraj, Sakijan, Mangala, Shravana, Bhaje. So many birds also singing nicely to awake Radha Krishna early in the morning. So Rohini describing this. That time Yamuna is so much attractive, she astonishes everyone's heart. Even the small rivers also enhance the beauty of Vrindavan. So Padmavati described as very thorny and dangerous, but not. The shores of these rivers are full of clean, soft sand and covered by very soft grass. There are no dangerous animals in Vrindavan. Due to the influence of Vrindavan, even dangerous animals like tigers and snakes have given up their envious nature. So deer and tiger, snakes, everyone have so much prem because Vrindavan is the prem bhumi, the place of prem. So Padmavati describes something, but the reality is something else. No? Just like sometimes materialists come to Vrindavan and they say, oh, Vrindavan is very dirty, Vrindavan is very backward, Vrindavan is this. Because they have no proper vision. But devotee, when they look at Vrindavan, what they see the uppercut sarup, the transcendental real nature of Vrindavan. But those with wicked or crooked mentality like Padmavati, what they see is just this world. So Divya Pushpa Phala Palavala Bara, these trees full of fruits, full of flowers, full of buds. In all directions the cuckoos and the peacocks are singing blissfully. So even demigods like Brahma and Shiva glorify the opulence and beauty of Vrindavan. Even as we go up from Bhulok, the earth planet, to Bhuvalok, Swargalok, Janalok, Mahalok, Tapalok, as we go up through the planetary systems, the beauty and the opulence of those planetary systems increase. So the topmost beauty, the topmost opulence of the material world, that is in Brahmalok. But even Brahma, when he saw the beauty of Vrindavan, he becomes stunned. Therefore, he also glorified Vrindavan. Therefore, in Vrindavan or Govardhan, or anywhere within the 64 square miles of Chaurasi Cross Brajamandal, 56 square miles, sorry. In that place, there is no fear of injury or theft or any danger. There is no need of anyone to protect the cows. Because the cows and buffaloes are free to go as they like, they eat, and in the evening they automatically come back. So the Brijbasis don't want Krishna to come and do some cow raising. So that time Padmavati answered, Hari, chatterbox, Rohini, you're speaking too much. Why we just heard now the cows are very thin with the absence of Krishna. So why everyone is so much suffering and dying if Vrindavan is such a great place? So when this is true, no, because the cows, they only go out eating grass because Krishna is with them. But without Krishna, the cows also have no interest in eating grass. The calves have no interest in drinking milk. Even the bumblebees have no interest in taking honey or pollen. What to speak of human beings? So when Krishna heard this, the condition of the cows, because Krishna is Go Brahmanya Devaj, Hitayacha. So Krishna is thinking of the welfare of the Brahmanas and the cows. So when Krishna heard this, he looked at Balaram and he began to weep. When Balaram thought like this, Balaram also could not remain patient. And Balaram began to speak what he had kept hidden inside his heart, what he saw in his visit to Vrindavan. So Baladev said, "O Krishna, what to speak of the cows, even the deer, the birds, the trees, like the tree at Bandirvat, the kadambas, the creepers, even the blades of grass have given their life for you. In Vrindavan, everything is conscious. Everything is manifest. All devotees there, all souls there are eternally perfected souls. So everything there is conscious. Everything there has life. Everything there exists for Krishna's pleasure. So without Krishna, the ponds have dried up. All the other animals and birds also on the verge of death. Even mountains are becoming small and lean and thin. But they're not dying. Why? Krishna said, I will return the day after tomorrow. So they thought, if Krishna comes and we're all dead, who will serve him? So for Krishna's service, they maintain their life, even though this gives so much pain also. But for Krishna's service, they're willing to suffer anything. But also inside that suffering is one in bliss, one ecstasy. Therefore, Balaram said, O Krishna, if you do not show mercy to the Brijbasis by returning there, very quickly they will give up their lives. In Braj, even the Brijbasis curse Kaliya Daha. There was one poisonous snake living in the one section of the Yamuna. His name was Kaliya. So when he was there, that section of the river was so poisonous, even if some bird would fly over, the bird would die. So the Brijbasis, and when Krishna came and dispelled Kaliya, he also took all the poison. But the Brijbasis lamenting, if Krishna had left that poison, we could give up our bodies, but now we cannot even die. Yamuna has now become very thin, in separation from Krishna. And Govardhan, which used to be so huge, has now been shrinking every day. What more can I say about the condition of the Brijbasis? Baladev said, even those human beings who remain alive, they have also given up eating and sleeping, bathing. But they are not giving up their bodies because of the nectar of the name of Krishna. Therefore, name is the shelter of devotee, especially in time of separation. When Hanuman went to Lanka and saw Sita Devi, that time she was wearing the same cloth that she was wearing when she was kidnapped by Ravan. She was very thin like a crescent moon, tears constantly flowing from her eyes. In those months, I think, in those many months she was in the house of Ravan, she never took bath. She never ate or drank anything, because who she wanted to look nice for? Ravan. The time when Hanuman described all this, then Ram asked how she is surviving, how she lived. The time Hanuman described, Prabhu, she lived by the nectar of your name. The two syllables, Ram. If Brijbasis is outside, so much burning, but inside, so much nectar is there from the holy name. This is separation, no? Outside like poison, but inside like nectar. What example is there? Like drinking boiling hot sugarcane juice. So much pain to drink, but such a sweetness is there. Of course, we have no right to speak these things, but still, Guru Varga have described. The Brijbasi want to give up their life in the forest fire of Mahavan, but also no chance. Because that fire also burned up in separation. Nothing left even of fire. Hearing these words, first from Rohini, then from Baladev, they are both Brijbasis, they know everything. Krishna wrapped his arms around the neck of Baladev and began to cry, weep loudly, like a broken-hearted person. Streams of tears washed away all his bodily decorations. Imagine how much. That time Krishna and Balaram both fainted unconscious and rolled on the ground. That time, seeing the distress of Krishna and Balaram, Mother Rohini also began to weep. Uddhav, Rukmini, Jesus, how much sabji you want to sell? Uddhav, Rukmini, Satyabhama, they saw the position of Krishna and Balaram, they also began to weep bitterly. You know, just like we are all stone-hearted. But when we see Gurudev weeping, everyone would weep. When Krishna and Balaram weeping, they all began to cry. So when the other Yadavas heard the weeping, they also got up and ran into the inner sections of the palace. They saw this most astonishing scene. Krishna and Balaram are unconscious. Uddhav, Rukmini, Satyabhama, Rohini, others also weeping. 16,000 other queens were there, all weeping bitterly. That time all the citizens and Gargacharya and all the Yadavas they also began to weep. They also became supremely agitated. So the sound of this weeping penetrated the entire universe. The whole creation began to shake. Sometimes think what one person chanting Hare Krishna, what that can do. It described also Radharani's Mohanakya Bhav. When Radharani feels separation, that time everyone weep. Even fish, trees, birds, inanimate objects like rocks. No, what to speak of moving entities like birds, beasts, and humans. When Radhika weep in separation, that time whole creation weep with her by her influence. So anyway, when Krishna and the eternal associates weeping, that time all universe became devastated. Many inauspicious symptoms appeared, like shooting stars, eclipse. Someone I read somewhere. Next month is both a lunar and a solar eclipse. This is very inauspicious. So many inauspicious symptoms. That time now is very bad time going on the world also. That time. Who will save you? Bill Gates or 5G? Forget it. That time only Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. This Harinam, our absorption in our spiritual practice, our reading, some Harikatha, this will save us. No? Not some material adjustment in this world. So anyway, the entire creation become bewildered because even Krishna, who is the shelter of everyone, even he is bewildered, then where anyone go? That time, no, universe out of control. Generally, universe out of control. For example, some small thing happens, then Indra takes charge. Any small disturbance. But sometimes there's some disturbance so severe, even Indra cannot do, that time they go to Brahma. So sometimes there's some disturbance which is so huge, even Brahma cannot do anything, only that time they go to Vishnu. But the source of Vishnu himself, like paralyzed, like unconscious, like senseless, then what to do? So in this most extraordinary situation, that time Brahma, he came and Brahma saw what? My source, my father, Mahanarayan, Krishna, he is bewildered. Then Brahma also became confused. He lost his composure. But that time, sometimes Krishna gives so much pure intelligence to the Vaishnavas, the devotees. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Tesham satayuktanam bhajatam pratipurvakatam yenam Tesham satayuktanam bhajatam pratipurvakam. The time when I give intelligence to the devotee. Dadami buddhi yugam tam yenamam upayantit. So Brahma began to think what to do. How to restore my health and the sense of my master. And how to give auspiciousness to the creation. So that time, the Garuda was also there nearby, because Garuda always stayed in Dwarka. In Braj he has no place, but he had a place in Dwarka. That time Brahma loudly called him to bring Garuda to his senses. And he said, between the ocean and the Revat mountain, near Dwarka is one mountain, the Revatak mountain. There Balaram was performing his Ras Lila when Dvidavrila came to disturb. So Revatak. So between that mountain and the ocean, I think somewhere Gujarat, Pakistan, like this area. So Brahma, in preparation of some foresight, he had manufactured a replica Vrindavan that is called Nava Vrndavana, that was made by Vishwakarma. Actually, when Srila Gogu Maharaj, I think in 1995, he came to New Vrindavan, that's in America, New Vrindavan. That time Gogu Maharaj said, I had many years a desire to speak this Nava Vrindavan Lila in New Vrindavan in America. So when he went there, I think in 95 or something, he spoke this old Lila. So we're a little lucky to hear again. So there Vishwakarma, the architect of the demigods, I think, yes, under the direction of Brahma, he had created a new Vrindavan, a replica Vrindavan. In that replica Vrindavan were Pratimu, like representative, like murtis or statues of Nanda Baba, Yasoda, the cows, Radha Kund, Govardhan, everything, same. So Brahma had prepared that place. So Brahma said to Garuda, you should bring Krishna and Balaram there. And you should take Rohini and no one else. Because Rohini is Brijbasis. You should know the mood of that place. She is not an outside person. Therefore, unless one is Brijbasi, one should be very careful to stay here. Like Mahaprabhu had one associate, his name was Jagadananda Pandit. So when he wanted to go to Vrindavan, Mahaprabhu said, you go, but you don't stay longer than 3 days. Because Jagadananda Pandit is a resident of Dwarka. He's Satyabhama. So don't stay more than 3 days. You cannot understand the mood of the Brijbasis. You will just make some offense. And we see many times, many people come and think, I will stay in Vrindavan, but no proper sadhu sang. So what they do, they become bewildered. They end up arranging the marriage of their niece. This is how they relate with the Brijbasis. I'll marry this one. I'll do business here. I'll make this business. Become confused. Make offense to the Dham, then you begin seeing everything as material, the transcendental Vaishnavas as material, and you start making offense. So stay in Vrindavan, but always stay under guidance and protection of high-class realized sadhu. Because the Dham is revealed to their transcendental senses, not to our materialistic senses. Our problem is now we see Vrindavan to be enjoyed and not to be a place to be served. So we have to rectify our mentality by staying very carefully under the guidance of Brijbasis. That is the essence of all advice. Rupa Goswami wrote, Tadnama Rupa Chadatadi Sukhitananu Smrityo Kramena Rasana Manasina Yojan Tistan Braje Tadanuragi Jananugami Kalam Nayad Akilam Iti Upadesha Sam. The essence of all advice, be in Vrindavan. And be in Vrindavan alone or with other monkeys? No. Be in Vrindavan under the guidance of Rasik and liberated Vaishnava. Like Krishna Priyadidi, like Madhusudan Maharaj, like this level of Vaishnava. Do what under their guidance? Always remember the service of a particular Brijbasi, how they please Radha Krishna according to one's individual taste. That is, this way always engage the tongue in kirtan and the mind in remembrance. That is the essence of all advice. The outside person should be very careful. So anyway, Brahma instructed Garuda, you take Rohini, Krishna, Balaram, but no one else. So very carefully, Garuda placed Krishna and Balaram. Ek minute. Hey! Just 1 minute, Need to try and get it! Just wait 1 minute, I'm going to open the door. Hello? Okay. Sorry. Gas cylinder came and no one was here. So, Garuda very carefully, he put Krishna and Balaram on his back and took them to Nava Vrndavana. When they got there, then Garuda with his wing began fanning them. Balaram became conscious a little bit, but not fully in sense. Then Garuda picked up Krishna, Nandanandan, from his back, and there was one bed, and that bed was also surrounded by statues of Madhya Yasoda and the gopis. So Garuda put him on the bed. That time the other residents of Dwarka were, Brahma had instructed them, you can watch but from a distance. So Devaki, Satyabhama, Rukmini, Padmavati, Uddhav and others, they were watching all this but in a hidden way so as not to disturb the pastimes. That time Narad Muni, considering himself to be an offender because of him, Krishna has become unconscious and Krishna feels so much pain and separation. So Nanda also, as well as the demigods and the other Yadavas, they also did not go too near. They stayed at a distance. But from a distance they were watching all this pastime. What will happen? The demigods hid themselves in the sky, and the other, who had human-like forms, hiding here and there. Garuda also, he also hid himself because Garuda has no place. But Garuda went in the sky and with his wings he made some shade for Krishna. So Krishna would not become too hot from the sun. So first Baladev, Prabhu, he gained consciousness. And he could understand immediately what has happened because Brahma is God, no? He is omniscient. So when necessary for seva, he also can know everything. So Balarama understood what had happened. He could understand the mind of Brahma, what is this creation. So first he washed his own face, because Balaram's face also streaked with tears, he washed his face. Then he washed the face of his younger brother, Krishna. He put a flute and put it in Krishna's waistband. He took a buffalo horn, put in one hand, in the right hand, the bugle buffalo horn, that should be. On the other hand, he put a stick for cow grazing. He put a garland of kadamba flowers. Kadamba is like a little yellow flower surrounded by little spikes. Very soft, very fragrant, very dear to Krishna. So garland of kadamba flowers he put around the neck. He put a peacock feather on his head. He decorated Krishna with earrings made of gunja berries. A gunja berry is a little red berry with a black bit on it. Very sweet. This is the opulence of Krishna in Braj. In Dwarka, Krishna has so many weapons, so many ornaments, so much paraphernalia. But in Braj, Gopavesh. In Vrindavan, he is always two-handed form, dressed as a coward boy. Venuka, in his hand he always has some flute. This is Krishna's Shamam Tribanga Lalitam Niyatam Prakasham. This is Krishna's charming threefold bending Braj Sarup. This form only in Vrindavan, nowhere else. That time, Balaram decorated Krishna in Banavesh, forest outfit, forest attire. This vesh, this outfit, Natavada Anuveshavams. Krishna dressed like an actor on a stage. That time, Balaram also changed here and there. Also, he come in the mood of, no? Brajana, he also come in the mood of Braj. And Baladev called out loudly to give consciousness to Krishna. Shri Krishna, Krishna Bho Brat, Utisto Ististo Jagri, Pasyada Vela Kranti Bishanti Pasabo Banam. Oh Krishna, get up, get up. Utisto, Utisto Jagri, get up, wake up. Very loudly Baladev said to go into Krishna's consciousness. It is so late. No? You are sleeping so late, all the cows have already gone to the forest. They're waiting for you there. Shridamadya Vayasaschas Tita Baba de Piksha. All the coward boys like Sridham and Madhumangal are waiting for you. What to speak of them? Your mother and father, they also so much stunned. They're waiting for you. They cannot speak anything. Especially Madhya Soda. She's so much worried. Why my son is not woke up? Maybe he's sick. Therefore, out of fear, she also not speaking. Actually, the truth is, it's just a statue of Madhya Soda. So Baladev gives some excuse why this statue of Madhya Soda is not speaking. Pasyantes te mukambojo. Oh, Krishna, look, the gopis are pointing to you and laughing. They're whispering in each other's ears some joke about you. Means why Krishna is so late, why he's sleeping, what he's doing last night. So the gopis are laughing and whispering in each other's ears some bad thing about you. Not some bad thing, but something at your expense. Again, Parikshit Maharaj speaking as to his mother. No, this is the essence of the Bhagavatam. Again, Parikshit Maharaj said to his mother, Baladev again and again began calling the name of Krishna. Then by force he lifted Krishna up and made him sit. Krishna came to consciousness. At that time Krishna said, Shiva, Shiva. Just like when we wake up the first thing in the morning, what we do? Can remember Gurudev? Something you should remember Gurudev. Jai, like Gurudev I remember. Sometimes we had good luck to sleep in Gurudev's room. And when Gurudev would wake up, what would he do? First thing he'd sit up in bed. Jai Sri Guru Gauranga Gandav Giridhari Siddhadhali Padav Gujuki Jai. Om Vishnupada Statata Srisamachi Bhakti Pragyan Kesav Goswami. To his Jai Dwani, sitting in bed, finish Jai Dwani, then he would go wash his hand and go bathroom like this. So what Krishna does first thing in the morning, human-like pastimes, Shiva, Shiva. Shiva means auspicious. It's a very sweet thing. Okay. So Krishna opened his eyes and gazed around him. That time he saw the deity of Nanda Maharaj, his father. Immediately he did pranam without any pride. Then he saw Madhya Soda staring at him because statue. Then seeing his mother, Krishna began smiling and began speaking. Adya Prabhate Bhomata, oh mother, what a dream I saw. Such strange dreams. I dreamt I became king of a massive city called Dwarka. There were many, many things I saw in the dream. I cannot explain everything. Now I must go for cow grazing. So, I think this dream, I was so much absorbed, I could not get up. I could not wake up like I normally do. No. But the deity of Madhya Soda not speaking anything, no, because a statue. So, Krishna then asked, "Oh, noble Balaram, I think this dream I had is not impossible. So, when we go to the forest, I will tell you everything I saw in the dream." In this way, Krishna, with how much respect, first thing you do, pranam to Nanda Baba, how much? Almost noble Sri Balaram, because older brother, Krishna have all 64 qualities. Amanina, Krishna always give respects to others. He never demands anything for himself. In this way, how Krishna giving respect to Nanda Baba, Yasoda, Shiva, Balaram. Balaram also welcomed him, morning, with a lot of affection. Balaram also did pranams to Mother Yasoda, his mother. That time Krishna, Mother Yasoda had prepared something for lunch, the forest lunch. That time, seeing the situation, Rohini spoke. Because why Mother Yasoda is not moving, why Mother Yasoda is not speaking, Krishna may think. Because Krishna fully absorbed. So Rohini, very clever. So Rohini Devi said, "Oh, my son, Krishna, your mother very worried. You slept so late. And since you are her only son, she became very much worried. Therefore, she is not speaking. Therefore, don't give her any distress. Quickly take and go. All the cows and boys have already left for the forest. You should follow them. We will cook something and send first-class edibles and send them to the forest later." So hearing this from Rohini Ma, then Krishna did pranam to Mother Rohini with a lot of affection. And smiling, he stole some butter that was in the hand, some butter that was in the hand of Mother Yasoda. Then he calling out the name of his elder brother Balaram, who had already gone ahead. Krishna went also, but Krishna did not eat the butter, because Krishna thought, if I have not eaten, Baladev has also not eaten. So Krishna thought, I will give first to Baladev, then I will eat something also. So Krishna politely begged foodstuffs, and as he went, he was joking with the gopis on either side of the path. Then by his flute he stopped all the cows, and he saw one Murti of Radhika, and what he saw, and what happened afterwards, we will hear this Nava Vrndavana. Very charming, very wonderful lila. Sanatana Goswami, out of his mercy, has given these things to us. So, Go Premanandi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Okay, day after tomorrow, same time. Try and be there. Hare Krishna.